Hey, how you doing, everybody? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. I wanted to reach out to say something that I think you want to pay attention to if you're a young person. A lot of young people don't understand, they never learned that the ability to be successful in life a lot of times comes down to your ability and desire to stick to things. Sticking to things is probably more important than having talent. If you want to be unsuccessful in life in general, then just quit every time things get hard. Most of the time, those people that are defined to be most successful, are usually not necessarily the most talented people. They're usually the people that have the most accumulation of effort, which comes from sort of doing one thing very consistently over time. So in a way, I think the rabbit and the hare story really makes it, it sort of makes the point. You had the rabbit that was running really fast, but he ran for short periods of time and he was kind of lazy and he was very distracted. Whereas you had the hare that just kind of kept going forward and just sort of stayed on the course. And I think life is like that too. If you have a person, excuse me, let's say you got a person of level 5 talent who's going down a certain path. And then you got another person of level 15 talent who's going down the same path, but they're stopping, they're distracted, they're doing 5 or 6 things over the course of that same 10-year period. Well, what'll happen is that that level 15 person will be spread out really thin. They're going to do one thing for 3 months, another thing for 3 months, another thing for 6 months, etc. They don't have the ability to sort of break through those barriers. The level 5 person over say 5 or 10 years will have just accumulated say 5 points every single day. And then what will happen is the level 5 person will be so far ahead of the level 15 person, or at least that'll be the impression people have because that person did one thing, as opposed to trying to do 50 things, or quitting jobs every time the job gets hard, or quitting school every time they don't like their classes, or quitting their relationships every time their boyfriend or girlfriend makes them mad. I'm not saying everybody wants to have long-term relationships or long-term jobs or long-term businesses, but what I have realized is that a lot of success is really what I would call a process of just people looking at how much you've accumulated in one area and saying, okay, you're really successful in that area. They say it takes about 10,000 hours of work to become a genius at something. It takes about 10,000 hours. So, the ability to put in 10,000 hours into something is a lot. I mean, think about it. If you work 40 hours a week, that's what, 2,000 hours a year. So it would take like 5 years of full-time effort to become an expert at a lot of stuff, at least according to what some people say. So, if you're jumping around, if you do 1,000 hours here, 1,000 hours there, 1,000 hours there, you're going to be the jack of all trades, but the master of none. And you don't want to be the master of none because there's no benefit to that most of the time. In fact, you can end up doing so much that you end up doing nothing at all. One way to kind of think about it might be if you think about the power of the sun. The sun, it has a broad radiation that goes out trillions of miles. And everything that's near the sun feels a little bit of warmth. But imagine if you took the power of the sun and you condensed it into a laser where it was very, very focused into one thing. That power would be so strong, that laser would be so strong, it could actually break through rocks or go through entire planets. So ultimately, you want to be the laser. You don't want to be the broad sort of thing where you're sort of doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. I'm not saying that you should be, nerdily focused on one thing your whole life. I don't think that's very much fun either, being overly focused. But I do think you want to have some focus so you can kind of know where your accumulation is going to be. Because I can tell you, I see a lot of young people who quit, who just every time something gets hard, they just walk away. Every time something gets tough, they quit. And those people, unfortunately, they hit the age of 30, 35, 40, and they haven't accomplished anything. And they're very upset with their lives as they get older. Now, this is just for young people, but I think this is true for anybody of any age that's watching this. If you want to learn a black key to greatness, I will tell you, it's, absolutely from the bottom of my heart, that the ability to stick to what you're doing will make all the difference in the world. So anyway, if you want to see more of this material, more of the tips and advice on how to achieve goals and how to accomplish the things you're looking to do in life, don't forget, go to blackkeystogreatness.com. You can log in at blackkeystogreatness.com. So take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.